All right, welcome to Yoga for Bone Health. I'll meet you on the mat. This is our last class of the season. So coming to our mat, feet about hip distance apart, rolling the shoulders a little, maybe a little bit of movement, stretching out the face. Maybe circling the ankles, the wrists a little bit. And then we'll find some stillness. And the invitation is to have arms at your side or bringing one hand to heart, one hand to belly, or anything else that just feels comfortable to you. Something that allows you to draw your attention inward to release the busyness of our day-to-day life and dedicate this next 60 minutes to this very important practice. So observing the breath flowing in and out of the body. Letting the shoulders soften, the face soften, belly softens. Allowing yourself to arrive in the present moment. And then nice and easy, we're just going to release the arms, stretch out the face, just start rolling the shoulders. And we're gonna just go right into a little bit of like jiggling, just like some kind of jumping up and just shaking. Just nice and gently to start. And just start noticing, or inviting a release of tension. So release of tension through the shoulders, hips, arms, the joints. It's a really nice way just to kind of start the day. And then release. And you can probably feel in the body there's this energy flowing now. So we're going to maintain that nice energy flow and start circling the shoulders, inhaling forward and up, exhaling back and down. A few more times. Great, let's take our arms out in front, one arm over the other forearm, reach those arms up and then bring them down, switch it over and reach them up. And then bring them down, repeating. Connecting breath with movement. Release. Another little watery jiggle there. Good, arms out at the side, internally rotating one arm as we externally rotate the opposite. And we draw one shoulder back, one shoulder forward, and option here to gaze at the open hand. As we just take the head from side to side, gently beginning this stretch of the neck. Last one. All right, and release. Stretch out that face again. Okay, let's take those arms back up. We'll have the right arm on top. Inhale. And exhale, just reaching the arms all the way to the left. But keep your head, like your gaze, your heart, and your belly forward. Inhale it back. Exhale, reach. Inhale back. And exhale, reach. Inhale it back. Switch the other side. Inhale. And exhale, reach. Inhale it back. Exhale, reach. Inhale it back. Exhale, reach. Inhale it back, release. Stretch up the face. Circle again. Let's get watery once again. All right, inhale. Reach those arms up to the sky, fingertips touching. Exhaling, one elbow down, one elbow reaches up, and fingertips toward the shoulder. Inhale, reach those fingers up, exhaling down. And like whatever variation, if you want to clasp the fingers, create a bit of resistance, that's always an option. Just exploring our limits and ensuring that we're not going too far beyond them. Inhale, reach them up. This time when you bring your fingers down, let's just lean a little over to the side. Inhale up, bring the fingers down, and then lean a little bit to the side. Inhale up, trace those angel wings back behind you, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together as the heart lifts, press through the wrists, and just gently reaching the arm just slightly away from the back, any amount. Release, hug in the belly. And release, stretch it out. Big breath in, big breath out, good. Let's just take the feet a little bit wide, toes out into the corners, all right? And we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up, grab onto one wrist and just lean. Inhale up, grab onto the other wrist and lean. Inhale up, switch, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Good, reach up, exhale, and then we're gonna come right into a standing twist. Make sure you're lifting the opposite heel as we just let our arms be like spaghetti noodles. Just, sometimes that's hard to do. It's like you really have to let go and let them kind of swing around, creating some momentum. Crown of the head rises, chin stays parallel to the floor. All right, and release. So we'll turn and face the chair, come into some cat cows here. So we're coming into table, wrists are under the shoulders, ankles are under the hips, slight bend in the knees. As you lift your booty up to the sky, gaze up to the sky, drop the belly down, inhaling, exhaling, rounding. Tuck the chin, tuck the tail, inhaling, lower the belly, lift the heart. Exhaling, rounding, tuck the tail, tuck the chin. We'll do that a few more times. Final big stretch here. Bend the knees, inhale, reach those arms up again. And exhale, release. Let's just move the chair out of the way. Feet nice and wide, nice goddess legs, just sink down. Our first one, just always make that nice and easy. Tuck the hips a bit. All right, we're gonna inhale down, keep the heart lifted. Exhale, reach across, press into the ball of the foot and lift that opposite heel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And let's try to like just trace that like a line of energy from the ball of the foot right through to the fingertips, getting a nice big side body stretch. And nice. And release. All right, feet a little bit wider than hips, toes a little bit out to the side. And we're just going to reach over to one side, inhale down, exhale, reach up, reach over to the other side, exhale, reach up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you want to add, reaching up and coming up onto the tippy toes, that's an option. Just assess your energy level today. What do you want to, or like, how do you want to kind of express yourself in this moment? Do you want to reserve a bit of energy? Or are you kind of like raring to go and really want to get that body heated up? One's not right, one's not wrong. One is just different, and listening to the body to see what's going to be best. Okay, reach up. Exhale. Great. We're going to come over to the side. Bend the knees slightly. Arms out like a cactus. Bring them together. Squeeze palms and elbows together. Big step out to the side into like a lunge. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, and really exploring that wide step out to the side, keeping the knees bent. We're not actually really straightening the legs at all here. And release. Okay, I already feel my heart elevating a little bit there. One more stretch before we begin. We're going to take our arms in front of us, just like this. Okay. Standing in mountain, nice solid foundation. Big breath in. Exhale, just turning at the waist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turning in the opposite direction at the waist. Inhale back to center. So we're just going to repeat that. Just noticing where you got this stretch. So what we're trying to target here is our lats. Just do one more on each side. And release. Okay, let's get started. So let's start with like a light to medium. And I'm gonna really engage your brain here with this one, okay? Because we're gonna ask one arm to do one thing and the other arm to do the other, and then we're gonna change it. So we're gonna come to this 90-degree elbows, and the weight is palm facing down. So we're gonna do one arm that comes down like this, and then back up, and the other arm pushes out. Then that other arm is gonna come down, and then reverse. So let's just do that one more time. 2, 1, and 2. Now, the fun part is doing it at the same time. So this is where we really have to be focusing mind-body connection here. So as one is going down, one arm is pushing forward, return. One arm goes down, one arm pushes forward, return. And just kind of keep going. And hopefully you feel like you've picked up the weights that can support this movement. Not feeling too heavy, but also not too easy. I'm gonna do one more. If you need to take a break, take a break. So this is gonna be the last round here. And release. Okay, fun times. Okay, grab. You know what? I just realized I didn't even do the sun salutation or the seated exercise. So we're gonna just say that that was a nice little bonus arm exercise and move to our chair. I'm so excited to like demonstrate my this new stuff. All right, we're gonna go to the back of the chair. We're gonna fold forward and just sway from side to side. We don't want to forget these stretches as they're so important. Okay, now keep your heels down and bend those knees forward and back, pedal the pelvis. All right, inhaling, right foot forward, floating one or both arms up to the sky, sun salutation, press into that back heel, lift the glute, exhale, hands come down and step back. And repeating, inhale and exhale. Repeat right side, inhale and exhale. Left side, inhale and exhale. Right side, inhale, step that foot forward, left foot comes out to the side a little bit, squeeze those thighs together, reach up, pull down, reach up, pull down. As you do this, lift the navel up towards the heart, hold it, reach up, pull down. A few more times, breathing in, breathing out, feel the scapula, sliding and gliding, same direction, same time. And release, hands come down, turn that back toe forward, and we're stepping back into our forward fold. Stretch out the face, bend the knees, stay connected. And inhaling, stepping that left foot forward, right foot out to the side, coming into that warrior stance. Press into the back heel, lift the back thigh, lift the navel, reach forward, pull back, reach forward, pull back. And notice like the symmetry of this movement. So sometimes we move our arms together at the same time, like symmetrically. Just notice the sensation on the back. Now move one arm up, one arm down, and then switch direction. And notice the asymmetry. Okay, and then this just gives us like a, like one is not better than the other, it's just different. So just noticing when you have this asymmetrical stretching, we've got this nice like pull of the tendons along the spine. So it's really nice movement. Take the hands down, put your back toe so it's pointing forward, and we'll step back. Stretch out the face, bend the knees, sway the hips, and we'll walk the feet back to the chair, and we'll come to sit because we are not going to forget about the seated exercises. So grabbing a heavy weight that we're going to lift up overhead. So finding that weight that you're comfortable with, where you can lift up overhead, hug in the ribs, lift the navel. So we can't wobble forward, back, side to side, lift one leg up, push it forward, retract, lower down, other side. So we don't have a weight on our knee. So we might be able to explore lifting the knee a little bit higher than when we usually do this kind of exercise with the weight on our knee, right? Really lifting up from the lower abdominals, lifting those lower abdominals up towards the heart. One more on each side. And release. Great. Hopefully still, this is your heavy weight. We're going to stand up. Just going to turn to the side of your chair. The left side, we're going to take the left hand to your chair. Right arm comes down. Inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale. Pull it up. Focus on the scapula, squeezing in towards the spine. So it's not just a bicep exercise. Last one. Bend the knees, rise up. And switch over to the other side. So setting up like you're in tabletop. Wrist under the shoulders, ankles under the hips. Inhale. Exhale, lift it. Exhale. So we're really isolating one side. So because we're not lifting the weights at the same time, you can probably explore a heavy weight here. Or heavier than what you're used to. And last one. Okay, bend those knees, come to stand, sitting forward in your chair, holding the weight in front of your chest, like a goblet. Just have a dark top and a dark weight there, so hopefully you can see one end is up, one is down. We're going to reach our left foot forward so that the heel is touching and the toe is up, and our right leg, ankle is under the knee, toe is pointed forward. Inhale, come forward, inhale, and then exhale, push up, push those hips forward, squeeze the glute, come into a forward fold as you drop your seat to the chair. Inhale, Exhale. Inhale. Keep going. I'm just going to show this on the side. Forward. Forward. Squeeze. Come into that forward fold again. And lower down. And you can do any weight. Heavy, between heavy, light, or even no weight. So this will be the last one. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze that glute. Inhale and lower. So we're just going to switch legs. Just take a pause here. If you need to take a little break. Stretch out the face, roll out the shoulders. Check that your ankle is under the knee. Inhale forward. Exhale, push into that standing leg. Hip comes forward. Glute is engaged. Hinge at the hips to bring the seat back and sit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, that's the last one on that side. Good. All right, take that heavy weight, reach it up over the head. Inhale, lift the leg, push it forward, retract, lower down, hug in the ribs, and really draw the lower abdominal up towards the heart. Inhale. So, going your pace, like your breath might be needing to slow down here. So if you want to slow down. Really connect breath with movement. Last one. Good. Release down. Come to stand. Just turn to one side, bringing hand to chair. So we're in our tabletop shape, wrist under shoulder, ankles under knees, slightly bend the knees. Inhale. Pull up, elbow comes up to the sky, slow release. Pull up and slow release. Pull up, slow release. And release. Bend the knees and rise up. Switch sides. Come back into table. Check that you've got some really nice alignment. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Pull up. Slow release down. Pull up, elbow up. Slow release down. Pull up. Release. Pull up. Release. Last one. And release. Bend those knees. Rise up. Okay, I'm just going to show you the side view. I think it's effective to really show our forward fold. So we'll take that left foot out, holding the weight or no weight at the chest, not out like this. That's too much stress. We just want the weight to be at the torso. Ankle is under the knee. Inhale forward, press into that standing leg foot. Exhale, push, and then push that hip forward. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Switch sides, just kind of preparing for that side. Stretch out the face and then inhale. Exhale, rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge at the hips. push and rise, hinge at the hips, lower down. Hinge at the hips, push and rise. Hinge at the hips and sit down. Okay, last one. Okay, and release. All right. Let's put those away. And we'll put that away, and we'll come back. Now, we'll grab a heavy, actually, maybe start with a medium weight. We're going to just put it on your right shoulder here. And we'll take your right hand out to the side and make a fist. Feet are a little wider than hip distance apart. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna step to the side, a nice wide step, as wide, comfortably wide. Come down into a squat, rise back up, and then come to stand. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Or whatever combination of breathing kind of makes sense to you. Okay, release. And we'll switch sides. The second time we do it, we'll add pushing the arm up. But let's just stand in mountain. We'll just work our way up to that hand in a fist. All right, so let's try it this time. We're gonna inhale here. Exhale out to the side. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. And then if you want to kind of make it a nice smooth, you can just kind of move from one shape to the other shape with a little less kind of jerky movement. Last one. And release. Good. Okay, grab some light weights or light to medium for scapula exercise. So arms are at 90, palms are facing up, weights are on the palms, and inhale, exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Don't move the arms, let the scapula direct it or pull it. Scapula drawn in together, pulls the arm out to the side, then release the scapula and watch the arms just float back. So a few times. And really notice the heart lifting, your posture just immediately goes from like, I don't know, it's just better. When we think about this, standing up tall, lifting the heart and drawing the muscles in back behind you. So this is what helps over time to ensure that our upper back doesn't start to round, right? So we're strengthening these muscles. So the muscles are pulling us up, forcing us to stand nice and tall. Last one. And release. Okay. Grab like a medium heavy. And actually, I'll use this one so you can see it better. So we're gonna hold a weight just on either end like this. Bring it to the chest. Take the feet nice and wide, toes out into the corner. We're going to inhale, squat down. Exhale, rise up and push our arms up to the sky. Then bend at the elbows, bring this weight back. Exhale, push it up. Tricep, bring the weight back down to the chest as we squat down. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the navel lifted and exhale. Inhale, squat. Exhale, push up. Bend at the elbows, tricep push. Inhale down. Exhale up, lift the thighs, lift the navel. Toes can be out into the corners a little bit. It's a nice goblet squat, like a goddess. So inhale down, expansion. Exhale up, contraction, lift those kneecaps. Last one, inhale, push up, exhale, and release. Bring those feet together. Okay. Grab light to medium. So I'm gonna go for 5s. And that's my max for this. Okay, so you can go anywhere between 1 to 5. And I'm gonna show this to you forward and on the side. So what we're gonna do with one arm, we're going to reach it forward just above the shoulder. The other arm, so palm is down. The other arm is gonna be palm up and reach at shoulder height. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pump the bicep by curling the palm up weight, and the other weight we're just holding. Sometimes. Okay. Now just bring them both down. Pause, roll up the shoulders. Notice where you're kind of feeling that in the shoulders. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to switch sides. So take the opposite, the other arm, palm up, and then higher than the shoulder, palm down, shoulder height, but palm is up. And now we're going to curl this side. Sorry, the one that's a little bit higher, palm is down, sorry. And it really feels like we're holding, lifting. Really gotta focus. Okay, last one. And release both down. Yep. You might notice that one tomorrow. Okay, let's grab like a medium heavy. Palms face the thighs, toes are pointed forward, feet about hip distance, maybe a little bit wider. We're gonna slightly bend the knees. This is gonna be a deadlift row. So slightly bend the knees. This is where we're hinging our hips. Now, 2 things to think of. I want you to think you've got lemons underneath your armpits and you want to squeeze them. At the same time, these weights on your thighs, I want you to pretend like you're shaving your legs with them. So squeeze the lemons. When you squeeze the lemons, notice heart lifts, right? Heart lifts, posture is beautiful. Thighs, palms are on the thighs. Slightly bend the knees, shave the legs down. I want you to just slightly look forward because imagine, inhale down and then exhale up. Let's just work on the deadlift for now. Squeeze the booty in. So inhale, squeeze the lemon, shave, maybe down to mid shin. Exhale, rise. So I'm going to watch you a little bit. Squeeze the lemons. Exhale, rise up. So imagine your name is on your chest, like written on your sweater or your t-shirt. But when you come forward, because you're squeezing the lemons, I should be able to see your name on the chest. I'm gonna watch, you keep going. Squeeze the lemons, you got it. Squeeze the lemons. Keep them squeezed all the way down. Don't let any air come in between your arm and your torso. Yeah, feel how that really forces you to engage the shoulders so that the weights aren't pulling down on the shoulders. Beautiful. And release. Okay, we'll add the row next time. I just wanted to go through that. Okay, and always option to go heavier or lighter second time around. Okay, we're gonna grab those kind of medium weights and come back to that arm exercise where we have our arms out to the side and the elbows are bent at 90 degrees, right? So as we push one forward, we draw one down. Then we come back to neutral, which is these 90-degree arms. Then push one forward, draw one down. 90. Forward and down, 90 degrees. Forward and down, 90 degrees. One more on each side. And then release. Not bad, not bad. Okay, put those both down. Okay, come to that heavy weight again. We're gonna do what's called the offset squat. So arm out to the side, make a fist with your hands, so it's really active, heart is lifted. All right, we're gonna inhale in this mountain. Exhale, inhale, push up and down. Inhale, exhale, push up and down. Inhale. One more. Okay, and release. Squeeze the hands. Sorry, inhale, stand, exhale, come down. When you come back up, push up, or just keep the hand at the shoulder. If you're kind of conserving energy, or if you're finding your bicep is getting tired because we've done a lot of bicep work today, then listen to the body. Respond skillfully by making the choice that's going to be sustainable. Nobody wants an injury, especially over Christmas. Last one. Okay. And release. So maybe keeping the same weight, we're going to do the goblet squat plus tricep exercise. So I'm gonna go, last time I did like a medium heavy, this time I'm gonna go with a heavier one. So bringing the weight into the chest, elbows are bent, everything's like hugging into the chest. Goddess legs, so we inhale down, feel expansion. Exhale up, push up. Inhale down, elbows pointing up to the sky. Exhale, push it up. Inhale, squat, expansion. Exhale, lift the glutes, lift the navel, lift the kneecaps, drop your weight down. And any amount. So coming down as far as it feels comfortable, drawing this weight down as far as it feels comfortable. Listening and responding skillfully to the body, exploring those boundaries. And sometimes exploring a boundary can feel a little scary, right? It's like, you don't want to get an injury, so it's really finely tuning your awareness. Last one. And release. Bring the feet together, and we'll put that heavy weight down. Now we're going to take those kind of light mediums. I did 5s last time, and that is max for me. Maybe you did 1s or 2s last time, you want to try a bit heavier, or vice versa. Go a little lighter. So this is one arm up with the palm down, a little higher than the shoulder, the other arm up with the palm up, and we're going to curl the bicep. Last one, we're just gonna do 5 on each side. Good, let's bring the weights down. Stretch out the face, roll out the shoulders. Okay, so now the other arm reaches up higher than the shoulder, palm is down. Then the other arm shoulder height, palm is up. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Okay, I think this is 5 or it's a bonus. And release both down. Great. Okay. Let's grab some heavy weights. And I've decided, you know what, we've already done a lot of arms. So let's just focus on legs. So you can go with your heavier weights. We're just going to do the deadlift in this way that I'm describing. So you've got your name written across your chest. You've got lemons under your armpits and you're squeezing them. So see the difference? No lemons, lemons, heart is lifted. Take your palms to the thighs. We're going to shave your legs on the way down, but slightly bend the knees and squeeze the lemons. And you can look down. But if I were to be watching you exhale, squeeze those glutes in, I would want to say, like, I still kind of want to see the name written across your chest. Inhale down, push the booty up to the sky. This is a deadlift, not a squat, right? We've done a couple of different squats today, so that was working thighs, right? Front of the legs, and now this is back of the legs. So squeeze those lemons. Don't let go of the lemons. Don't let the lemons drop. Last one. Good. I'm curious if anybody asked for a heavy weight for Christmas this year. And if you haven't asked, put it on your list. Okay, let's bring those heavy weights to the top of your mat. We're going to come down to the floor. We definitely want some heavies here and some mediums, like a medium light maybe, like maybe 5s. Okay, I'm going to take my shoes off, but you are welcome to keep them on. Coming down onto the floor. Either lying on your side to lie down or reaching your arms forward, tucking your chin, scrolling one vertebrae at a time. When you get down to the floor, hug in the knees, squeeze and spread the toes. Stretch out the face. Hands on your knees, circle, out and around. Circle, out and around. Circle, out and around. Change direction. Reconnect with the breath. And if you haven't had a sip of water and you're feeling a little thirsty, feel free just to pause and roll over, grab a sip of water, come back down. Okay, feet as wide as your mat, arms just out to the side. Let's do a little windshield wiper action here. And release. Okay. Rolling over to one side, grab a heavy weight, bring it into the chest, roll it back. Press the low back down into the floor. Lift your shins so they're parallel to the floor and your knees are over your hips. If your knees are in closer to over the belly, that's okay, but you're going to be robbing yourself a little bit of challenge. So if you can bring the knees slightly over the hips. Now take this one weight with your left hand and reach it up to the sky. Your other hand is out to the side, pushing down into the floor. So your left arm is reaching up. Now take your right toe and you're just going to dip it down and lift it up. Dip it down and lift it up. So be mindful that we're not hinging at the knee. We're hinging at the hip. So it's not dip the toe down by bending the knee. In fact, I want you to keep your knee static, and it's just the leg. Now, you might start to notice here, you really have to focus in on the abdominals, really draw them in, hug in the ribs. Okay, hug the knees in, bring your weight over to the other arm, reach it up to the sky, take your knees back over the hips and press your navel down. Point the toe of your left foot, dip it down, lift it up. Dip it down, lift it up. A few more times. Now, start to actively draw the navel down towards the spine. So you're gonna notice today I've done a lot of adding upper body with lower body action. This is just kind of beefing up the effort, increasing a little bit of cardio too. Okay, last one. And release. Bring that heavy weight to your hips. Tuck the shoulders under, feet are hip distance, keep the thighs parallel. Inhale. Exhale, push the hips up, inhale down. Exhale, push the hips up, inhale down. And doing that a few times. And if you have been practicing with heavier, like adding a second weight on top, feel free to make this heavier, really pushing the hips up, keeping the thighs parallel so that the knees aren't splaying out to the side. Last one, and release. Bring that weight into the chest, roll over. And grab those kind of light medium weights. I'm picking up 5s just for a reference. And I wouldn't do any heavier than that. Press the navel down, reach the arms up to the sky so that the palms are facing each other and the weights can touch. Now, arms are straight now. Press the navel down. As you bring the arms down, you're going to slightly bend the elbows so the back of the arms touch, but the forearms are now at a 90-degree angle. Exhale, push it up. Inhale down. And exhale, push it up. So it's a reclined fly position. So we're squeezing in a little bit of our chest here, our pectorals. So if you are pushing these weights up and down and not feeling any kind of effort here in the chest, then I would say, you know what, maybe you need to go a little heavier, even if it's more than 5 pounds. Just exploring. You'll know the moment you do it if it's too heavy, right? You'll be like, okay, no, that's beyond. And then you switch it. Last one. Bring the weights in, roll over to one side. Grab your heavy weight. We're going to do 5 on each side, okay? So with your left hand, reach that heavy weight up to the sky. It should be directly over the shoulder. Press the navel down, shins are parallel to the floor. Turn your right hand palm down for stability. Now with your right toe, dip it down, lift it up. Dip it down, lift it up. That was 2, this is 3, 4, and 5. Now keep your legs where they are this time. And just exchange your weight into the right hand. Take your left hand down, dip your left foot down. Right hand is holding the weight, left foot is dipping down. I don't want to see anybody's knees bending. The knee is at 90, it stays at 90. We're hinging at the leg joint. Sometimes. Last one. Okay, release, bring the feet down. Take this heavy weight to your pelvis. Inhale, tuck the shoulder blades under. Exhale, lift it up, the highest, really squeezing. Inhale down. Exhale, lift it up, pause, inhale down. Exhale, lift it up, squeeze. Inhale down. And again, squeeze. Inhale down. Push it up, pause. Inhale down. Now let's push it up, pause, hold for 5 breaths. Inhale. 2, 3, make sure your chin is slightly tucked. 4, okay, I'm really feeling it. 5, and then exhale down. Bring that heavy weight into the chest, roll over to one side. Grab the weight that's going to make sense for this reclined fly. So that's we can target our pectorals. Lift your arms up to the sky with straight arms. Press the low back down into the floor. Inhale, arms come out to the side. Back to the arms touch, but now our elbows are at 90, and then push up. Straight arms. Inhale, bent arms. Exhale, push up, straight arms. Out to the side, level with the shoulder. Last one. And release, bring those weights in, roll over to one side. And we're gonna squeeze the knees in, squeeze and spread the toes. Maybe circle the ankles, stretch at the face, circle the ankles the other way. Point and flex the feet. Squeeze the toes, spread the toes. Squeeze the toes, spread the toes. Let's lift the feet up, knees out. Happy baby, rocking from side to side. And then we'll bring those feet together, knees out to the side, stretch at the face. Cobbler's pose, feet don't have to touch, just stretch that inner leg. And then back to happy baby or happy baby and beyond, reaching the legs up. Nice big stretch, back of the leg, and then bringing the feet back into. So just keeping this leg joint nice and juicy, let's just say. Okay, feet down, arms at the side. Again, some more windshield wipering. And then bringing your knees all the way to one side and gazing the opposite side. Feeling free to play around with the position of the upper leg or the bottom leg to optimize this big stretch along the side body and your hip. Lots of different ways to do it. So really exploring just by movement, extending, bending, moving. And then when you kind of find that spot where it's like, oh yeah, and just maybe holding, breathing into it and release. Let's line up the spine, realign it, drop the knees to the other side, look in the opposite direction, and again, begin to explore movement, that upper leg in particular. So I just wanted to mention there have been some studies around movement and the importance of doing squats every day. You may have heard it, maybe not. And I'm all for it, especially if you can build it into a routine. Okay, we're going to release those knees, come back to center. Let's extend both legs and arms up to the sky. Just start moving the hands and the feet. Open and close the fingers, open and close the hands. Stretch at the face, circling one way, and then the other way. Point and flex and nod at the wrist. And then coming down for relaxation, finding that position that just speaks to you, that is comfortable so that you can pause and turn inward. So I'll just finish my thoughts on the squats. So if over the holidays you can't quite get to the recordings, but you still want to maintain everything that you've gained since September, something that you can do is after every meal, do 10 air squats. Or you could start just with one meal. So after breakfast, you do 10 squats, just like we do in our warm-ups. Bring the fingers down, knees bent, reach the arms up to the sky, or even not, maybe just even hands at the waist, and do 10 of those. And then the next day, do it after breakfast and then do it after lunch. The important thing is that you do it after you eat, and then maybe adding it to your dinner after dinner. And then you can slowly start increasing, because 10 will even feel like a lot over time. Even if you do a workout that day or not, over time, you can start building and go up to 30 squats. So if you have this routine of after you eat a meal, you do 30 squats, that's 90 squats a day. If you can work up to that, it's like golden advice for the body. So I say that because I want to give you options, but by all, like, this is not something that I'm mandating, I'm just giving you options. Especially if you're traveling and you don't want to bring weights with you. But the important thing is to be kind to yourself and never to put too much pressure on yourself. Okay, so we'll let all of that go and then come to the body, breath and body, turning up the volume on compassion and friendliness, turning down the volume on criticism and judgment. To flow just naturally in and out of the body, no need to change anything about the breath. Letting the body be at ease as best you can, softening through the face. Softening at the shoulders. Softening the belly. And finally, the legs. Noticing the weight of the entire body. And noticing the lightness of the breath within the body. Bring a little bit of movement into the toes, the fingers, and the face. And if it feels good, inhale your arms up overhead for a gentle full body stretch. Surrender to gravity. Notice that urge to jump up and rush off to the next thing. See if you can just stay present for a few more moments with the body, with the intention of strengthening this mind-body connection. We'll bring the arms in towards the chest, bending the knees in like you're giving yourself a little hug, and roll over to one side. And then in your own time, gently rise up. Choosing to sit on the floor, moving back to the chair. You could have your legs extended or crossed, closing the eyes. So allowing the body to maintain this ease as you sense into all of these sensations of the body, these sensations of being alive and well in the body. Remembering there is so much more going right with you than there is going wrong. And we'll take hands up to heart center. take this precious moment to thank yourself for taking care of yourself in this way today in this practice, but since September, those of you who have been with me all along this joyous adventure and ride, or whenever you joined on, just acknowledging all of that effort that you brought to your practice. And we'll bring our hands together to seal in this practice with the unifying Om as we inhale together. Thank you so much for practicing with me today and this whole season. We'll see you in the new year.